from Coterie Health and Wellness.
I'm Heather from Your Birth.
And we're going to talk to you today about birth plans.
Birth planning is fun.
So what's the purpose of a birth plan, right? The purpose is for you to put down on a piece of paper what you want to communicate to your birth team, whether that birth team is in a hospital or a freestanding birth center or any other kind of birthing environment that you have chosen. The point of this document is for you to decide what you want to happen at your birth and then have that communicated to your birth team.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk about the different types. So there's basically 3 different types in my opinion. The first one is the one that you would be given at an OB appointment. Typically has 7 to 10 pages, and it's full of all kinds of stuff that doesn't necessarily need to be relayed when you're at
kind of
the
like
hospital.
A checklist style, right?
It is. And then the other type is the new style with these little infographics where it almost looks like apps on a phone. I know that those are becoming really popular, and they're really kind of funny in a way because it's just cut cord and dad cuts cord, or
there's all kinds of silly infographics. I think sometimes the nurses probably stand there and go,
yeah, not really sure what to do with it, but it's very popular, and at least it gets the point across. So if that's your style, definitely use it. My favorite style is just 1 page, bullet points of just what your birthing team needs to know. Not your support team, but your birth team. And 1 page, and gets right to the point.
Exactly. So when we're talking about content, exactly what Heather said. She said it's directed towards the birth team, that wherever you're going to go birth. Mm-hmm. Your support team is your partner and your support person, and you've already had a discussion before this whole process of what you want. You want the lights dimmed, you want to wear your own clothes, you want music, you want to drink whatever you want to drink. Those things do not belong on your birth plan. No. What belongs on your birth plan is what you want your nurses and your doctors and your midwives to know, right?
Right, like how you feel about medication, or if you're going to be saving your placenta for encapsulation, important things like that.
Exactly. So what's also important along with this is that you keep it very direct and only in bullet form statements. That's what I like to recommend. I don't want any paragraph statements. I want 1-line bullets that say, I want intermittent fetal monitoring. I want to move. I want a head block.
Yeah, and also if you have some requests that specifically pertain to your baby, it's really important to make an additional birth plan or baby care plan that you can leave right, if you're in a hospital setting or at a birth center, right by the warmer, so that everybody that comes in who's going to be checking that equipment is going to see that and know that maybe you don't want your baby to have the erythromycin. Then they're going to see that, and they're going to know ahead of time so that you can sign whatever waiver needs to be signed.
And that's a good point, and I wholeheartedly agree to have the labor and birth plan, and then to have the baby care plan, because once you've had your baby, nobody cares about your birth plan anymore. Mm-hmm. Now it's all centered on your postpartum care and what happens to the baby. And now these days, the Baby Friendly Initiative has really kept mom and baby together for the first hour, so they're not performing all those procedures right after birth now. They're usually doing them right before you leave that room and transitioning into your postpartum unit. So different nurses are going to come in and take care of your baby. So they don't care about your birth plan, right?
They don't. And also, if by chance you get separated, if you do have to have an emergency procedure, and all of a sudden your partner is with the baby, this is a good reminder for the partner and the new staff that's going to be looking after the baby. And Tisa's right, with the new breast or baby friendly initiative, we know that the likelihood of your baby getting formula or a pacifier is very slim. However, there's still other things that you have choices on that can be outlined in your baby care plan.
I think that about sums it up. Those are our recommendations.
Oh, I have one more thing. So how many copies do you need? I would recommend 3 to 4. Right after you make the birth plan, I would take it with you to your next prenatal appointment and look it over with whichever practitioner you're seeing. And then I would ask them if they would slip it into your record, just so it's there. I would also make sure that your other support person has one, and then I would make sure that you have 1 or 2 copies with you in your labor bag, your go bag, just in case.
Sounds good to me.
Take care.